Alright, budget magic time. Playing some Nevermore in Standard. And we're going to keep this despite the sketchy mana. We have a lot of good things. Opponent has Watery Grave. Well, land, go. Let's see if we draw lands or if this is the magic gods frowning at us. Opponent plays a Jace. Alright, well, we just need to get rid of the Jace. We did draw a Temple, which is good. And we got rid of the Jace, which is also good. Opponent plays an Island. Lingering Souls. Temple gives us a Scry. Condemned definitely to the bottom. We got to draw lands. Flooded Strand for our opponent. Gets in with the Spirits. And passes. Well, let's cycle Cast out. Land, please. Alright. It's a land. It's a tap land, but it's a land. Keep the plains on the top. Got to keep hitting our land drops. Pass the turn. Leave up our ability to peek during our opponent's turn. And then hopefully start locking stuff out. Opponent cracks their Flooded Strand. Hollowed Fountain. Untapped. What are they? Glimmering of Genius or something? What is happening? Fact or fiction? Not legal in Modern. Cryptic. Uh-oh. Okay. Cryptic gets back the Jace. That's sketchy. That might mean our opponent gets to flip the Jace, which is annoying. Plays a Swamp. Goes to combat. Gets in. Well, I think we peek. See what's in our opponent's hand. Counter Squall. Kefnet. Colonnade. Ghost Quarter. Alright. Land? There's our land. And a Day of Judgment. Alright, so I think the plan is play the plains. Play Journey to Nowhere. Hit the Jace. Opponent loots. Interesting. Huh. I figured they would counterscall flip Jace, but they did not. They discard the Ghost Quarter. So Jace down. Then we just run out a Ghostly Prison. See if this draws the countersquall. It does. Opponent countersqualls. Pass the turn. Well, we know our opponent's hand, for the most part. Kefnet and a Celestial Colonnade. Along with 2 new draws now. Opponent gets in with the Spirits. Down to 12. Flashes back Lingering Souls. And plays the Kefnet. And the tap land. That's pretty good. So let's play Glacial Fortress. Play Ghostly Prison. And Detention Sphere the Kefnet. And pass the turn. Land for our opponent. So I can pay a bunch of mana to attack with their Spirits. Looks like the plan. Yep. So opponent gets in for 3. Well, Glacial Fortress, Day of Judgment, and Nevermore, I think we just named Cryptic, and pass the turn. Blue to Delta, cracked. Opponent gets a Hollowed Fountain, tapped. Could use a way to see our opponent's hand would be helpful. Esper Charm. That's unfortunate. Main deck Enchantment, a great rarity in the Modern format. Another Colonnade. Well, play Nevermore. On Esper Charm. Pass the turn. We are going to have to find a way to get rid of this Jace before it ultimates. Gonna flip the Jace. Discards a land. Takes up Jace. Plays Tar Pit. Colonnade. Well, we get to Ghost Quarter the Colonnade. Play Ghost Quarter, pass the turn. Jace Ultimate would beat us. Here comes Colonnade. Opponent attacks. Well, let's path the Colonnade. Takes up Jace. Island not saving us from Jace. We're kind of running out of time now. Here comes Tar Pit. Kill the Tar Pit. Opponent's out of lands, worth noting. Takes up Jace. Well, let's Spreading Seas. Opponent has Spell Snare. And, well, this is it. We're down to our last turn before Jace ultimates. Takes up Jace. Opponent passes. Sphere of Safety does not get rid of Jace, and we will scoop it up. Alright. Well, go to the sideboard. Bring in our negates like crazy. Bring in our dispels. Go down, condemns, go down, journey to nowheres, and a couple of ghosts. Well, we'll keep ghostly prisons. Yeah, let's try it like this. Mostly just bringing in counters. Alright, we get to play first. Alright, I mean, we'll keep this. It's not exactly what we're hoping for, but we'll try it. Temple. Yeah, we'll keep cast out. Pretty good here. Would be nice if our opponent led on a creature land, which makes sense, and then we can Spreading Seas it. Usually, turn 1 is usually a good time to play creature land, because you get the tap land out of your hand, and that would be excellent for us, if that happened. Alright, pass the turn. Alright, no creature land. Play the island, pass the turn. Cracks the fetch. Godless Shrine, untapped. Are there Death Shadows in this deck? Opponent passes. Well, play Glacial Fortress. And let's Nevermore. May very well get countered. Alright, there's a mana leak. Well, we got a counter out of our opponent's hand. Pass the turn. Ghost Quarter. Opponent passes. Extra pay. Alright, well, luckily we don't have, one in hand. That's still a little annoying. Opponent gets to look at our deck. Well, play the plains. Gideon's Intervention. Unfortunately, our opponent has more information than we do at the moment. I think first one's got to go on Esper Charm, since that's the most obvious answer to our enchantments. Land for our opponent. And passes. We'll play an island, and we're going to run out a Sphere of Safety. Opponent's got a counter for that. Flash him back a mana leak after they crack their fetch land. Alright, opponent realizes they need blue mana. Cracks the fetch. Hallowed Fountain, untapped. And counters it. Yep. Well, pass the turn. Opponent gets in with Snapcaster Mage. There's a Kitchen Finks. Well, let's Gideon's Intervention on Snapcaster Mage. Pass the turn. Opponent gets in with the Finks. This deck is a little different than I expected. A lot of creatures. Lingering Souls. Good lord. Another extirpate. Oh my goodness. Opponent, opponent, opponent. Interesting. Well, let's Spreading Seas the black mana. Play Temple. I think we got to keep the path for now. Pass the turn. Well, those two extirpates might actually lead to us being out of this game, because we don't have a good way. I don't think we can name Spirit. Opponent attacks with Snapcaster 2. We're down to 10. Opponent passes. Well, play Gideon's Intervention. Name Lingering Souls. So at least our opponent can't cast more of them now. Stop on our opponent's upkeep. Path the Finks. Opponent has Dispel. Okay. Finds a swamp. Gets in. Down to 5. Okay. There must be a bug with Gideon's Intervention, because we're taking damage from Snapcaster Mage. Well, play Gideon's Intervention on Kitchen Finks. Play the Scry land. Island to the bottom, pass the turn. Well, that's good to know. I don't know why we didn't realize this earlier. Well, we'll know for sure here. Yeah. Wait. Alright, let's double check this, because that's definitely not correct. Card chosen is Snapcaster Mage. We were at 3 life. Huh. Okay. Well, that's good to know. I don't know why that's not working. Yeah. Interesting. So, it is so odd. So apparently Gideon's Intervention is bugged with Snapcaster, but not bugged with anything else? Alright. Well, good game, Moto. In all fairness, we probably would have lost anyway, but interesting to find a Moto bug. Thanks for watching the video. If you haven't already, take a minute and click that subscribe button. It's a great way to support the channel for free, and you'll find the next video in the playlist right here.